Hey there, Dave Gardner here, and in this video we are going to show you how you can get direct links to any of the product or packages inside your LiveGood membership. So if you are promoting and let's say you really enjoy the protein, then you're focusing on the protein and you're telling people about the protein, then obviously you want to direct them right to the protein. We can do that instead of just the general generic website, which then might give people options to get lost. And maybe you are focusing on the super greens or the super reds, and we can do that as well. So I just want to show you, this is my own blog, so thedavidgardner.com, and if we scroll down about the price comparisons, I've just made a general page that has different images for all of the products that are currently available as of February 25th, 2024, which I believe is 20 different products. I think I have 20 different products on here that you can click on. There was 2 that I didn't list, but they are listed in the packages. And so what I want you to do is look down in the bottom left corner where the link pops up, and you see everything is going to be the same, and the only thing that's going to change is after the livegood.com / and then you're going to see what the compound, or the product I should say, is going to be. And so for example, this one down at the bottom left says Factor 4, then it says $enroller equals David Gardner, and so, or Dave Gardner, excuse me. So that $enroller equals and then your username obviously is the important part to make sure that they are tagged to you so that you would get the commission should they come in and purchase that product. But the product is going to change. So when I scroll over to the right, notice it's going to say CBD Relief Cream. And then again, the stuff at the beginning and the stuff at the end is the same. And so what you really need to do is you can go through and see that there's now collagen peptides. And what I've done, and take a look below, you'll see a link possibly to the blog where you can actually get these links or just be able to get a copy of what you need. And so I'm going to open up, I got to move my video out of here for a second, and LiveGood products. This is the one I wanted. And so if you notice, we have all of these packages and individual products here. So for example, everything is in the beginning starts the same up to this point. So if you're looking at this point here, everything all the way down stays the same. And then what happens at the end, this $enroller equals whatever your username, that's always going to be the same. So we have the multivitamins for men, multivitamins for women, the D3-K2, Ultra Magnesium Complex, so on and so forth. Those are the actual products. So where those actually came from, if we actually go to the actual website and you were looking at one of the products, and I did get this through a confirmation through support, so it should be verified. If you want to check from your end, it would, would help just to verify and make sure. We have a couple different people getting the same responses from support, but I've asked support sent me this link. And so for example, if you go into shop, and if we click on any one of these, so for example, if we click on, just because it was small in letters, if we click on the CBD oil, click on learn more, notice at the very top is livegood.com / CBD oil. And so when we go into our sheet here, I can open it back up if my computer stops freezing. Notice, where are we? Right here, CBD oil. That part is the same. So livegood.com / CBD oil, that's the same thing we see up here. The only thing that's different, and some people may have been recommending just putting / then your username, and I believe Ben actually mentioned that at one point in one of the training videos, but when like I said, I reached out to support, and support verified with me and said that it's supposed to be the $enroller equals. They may both work. So again, it might be good to you to do your due diligence and just verify with support which one they think is the best. As long as you would see your username show up on the website, I think it should be good. So for example, let's say I want to send someone like a half an hour ago, I just was getting ready to kind of feel like I was going to crash. And, Sunday afternoon, just relaxing, doing stuff at home. And so I decided it's, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, all right, I don't want to take a nap. I want to get going. So I actually literally just mixed myself the energy booster, and I mixed it with the amino acids, and I mixed it with, the collagens. So for example, if I'm just focusing on one of those, so let's say we focus on the E3, you want a quick energy boost, you want to wake up. So I'm going to copy this. If we go into, I'm going to open up a different browser here. And when we open up a different browser, because again, in Google Chrome, I'm already on my website. But if I open up the Microsoft Edge, we open up another window here, just give it a second, hopefully. And when we open this up, we paste that link, it should go direct and you should see my name at the top. And so if we were just to do the first part, the livegood.com/E3, that would bring someone that had never been on the website to just a generic page, and it wouldn't be linked to you. And so you want to make sure that that's actually linked to you. And so we can get rid of some of these. They kind of like multiplied there. And just bear with me here as my computer's a little bit older. We paste our link in there. Hopefully that will come back up. Notice I have the full thing there with the E/3 or /E3, excuse me. Then again, that part at the end, the question mark enroller equals then whatever your username. So I'm going to click enter, and hopefully that will bring us right again to the E3 page instead of bringing us to just the general shop. And that again is very beneficial because you can pinpoint people to the product that you're exactly talking to them about. And so notice it brought me here right to E3 so people can come see the comparison between the member price and the retail price. They can order, they can, see a description of the material, the contents, what the ingredients are, the benefits of using it, all how it's gluten-free, GMO'd, or non-GMO, excuse me. So on and so forth. And then possibly as they scroll down, they can see comparisons to other materials. We can get product reviews. And in some cases, there are going to be training videos. So there's no training video here on this one yet, but if I know that there are some training videos on these other ones. So if we go, for example, to the multivitamin or ultra magnesium complex, I know they've done stuff with that one. So if we copy that, open that up, and paste that, I know we have a little bit more available. So again, we have the full website, livegood.com/ultra magnesium complex. And then again, the key part at the end to tag it to you is this question mark, your enroller equals then whatever your username. We have the ingredients. Obviously, the differences in member price can't beat it at $9.90, or basically $9 compared to 16 or 15 even for non-members is still a really good price. And notice this case, there's actually 3 different videos. Ryan and Lisa have done a training video. Then there's actually an official company video that they did there. And then I think Ryan has a secondary video. Again, details about the material, ingredients, when to use it, how best to take it, comparisons of other chemicals that are similar with their products. Again, you're saving 70 to 80% with a lot of the stuff that you're going to get from LiveGood. And then obviously some testimonials. So people are putting testimonials, how they have felt. Some people, again, the magnesium complex has been around since basically the beginning of LiveGood, where E3 was just launched a couple weeks ago. So there's a lot more testimonials inside of the magnesium complex. So again, very simple just to add your username at the very end. I'm going to go back into this. So what I've done is actually created, a generic concept here. So for example, just add your username at the end of the product after the question mark enroller equals. So I've already filled all these in here for you for the most part. So these are all of the products. All you would have to do is copy them and then just add your username at the very end. So that question mark enroller equals, and then you notice the only thing that's different after the question mark enroller equals, if we highlight that right there and look at that down here, the only thing that's different is just the username, nothing else after it, no slashes, and you should be good to go. So hopefully that's helped. Like I said, you might want to verify with the company just to be sure that it's going to go exactly where it's going. And so one of the big ones that we want to talk about here is obviously the International Wellness Pack. It's probably one of the best deals that you can get that they are going to ship anywhere in the world. So one last one I'll show you again. Look at the real link. So livegood.com/international wellness pack. That's up here. And then again, the main part at the very back end, question mark enroller equals, and then your username. So when we click on that, that's going to bring them directly to the International Wellness Pack. So this way you can actually specify and talk about certain things in your marketing or on your Facebook page, and you can do that. And these are the pictures. That's the cool part, is these pictures are the ones that are actually going to show up. And so if you were to do it before and just to show your tour page originally what often showed up was just the link for like the generic page. So for example, let's take another minute or two and let me just show you that. I'm going to log into my Facebook account and we'll just show you that here briefly. Because again, obviously showing something like these products on Facebook is going to get you a better ability to have other people that you're friends with and people that you communicate with get an idea of what you're actually working on and doing. And so I have done some other stuff, and for example, just the generic store, there's different links obviously in this system and obviously in LiveGood where you can get into your own store. And so for example, I purchased a domain name. Make sure I spell it right there. So certifiedhealthproducts.com. And notice what happens. As soon as I type it in, it gives me just a generic one for LiveGood and it lists all these different products. But if I want to focus on, a certain thing, I want to make sure that obviously I'm pinpointing that. So for example, if we get rid of this and I close this out, so basically it's fresh again, and I paste that same one in there, the International Wellness Pack, it should have done that. And I know before it did. I'm not sure why it didn't this time. Maybe because I'm still on the same one. It might have tagged it in there again. Let me refresh this and see if I can get it to go clear with just the International Wellness Pack. Give me 1 minute. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to refresh this page. Yes, I want to get out of there. And that might have actually been some of the same ingredients for the International Wellness Pack. So I want to let's do a different link just to verify that it is like an individual product and not like the whole thing. So let's go with like the AM PM pack here. And if I were to go back into my thing and, talk about, either sleep or energy, and we talk about the International Wellness Pack versus, the AM PM. And again, it is actually doing it. I know sometimes it was showing extra things. And so let me see if I can go into another post. I don't know why it's not doing it now. I'm going to go into someplace else. We'll get rid of this. And I will go into one of my other posts here and see if I can find one and tag one of the products. So bear with me. Like I said before, it was just showing general stuff, and then it was showing the actual specific image, which is a lot more beneficial. So let's see if I can go down to one of the posts that has that content actually in it that relates to that content. Okay, so there's the E3s, the aminos, and the peptides. And so, for example, I'm going to grab that E3 link and add that in. And so make sure I got the right one. There's the E3. Let's go back to Facebook. And I'm going to look at all the comments there just to see, make sure I haven't added that one in there. So, okay, so I actually did add that one in there. So I don't want to add that one again, but I did it with the amino. So notice this is what I'm talking about. It actually shows you the picture. So I appreciate your patience with that. So I don't want to verify. I don't want to add that same one in there. But there's the E3. So let's go back and grab the different link to the aminos. And amino acids are, let's see, essential aminos. And we can add that in there. Say grab the essential aminos here. And then when we click enter, it should show the picture of the essential aminos and not just the whole ones, if I'm guessing correctly. And okay, I guess this time it didn't. So sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I'm not sure why that one did and this one didn't, but I hope you see the point that instead of showing like just some generic stuff, it has a possibility to not only give you maybe a better image, but the key thing is it's going to give you a direct link to it. So if someone then comes back to this post, grab the essential aminos, and they click the post, that is going to bring them directly to the essential amino acids page instead of just a generic page. So for example, again, here they are right here at the amino acids, because normally if you had done just the generic page, it would have brought them to something like this, just the home, or it might have brought them to, the mission, and, you see this, then they have to remember to either to click on products or to click on shop. And so it could be a little bit more confusing over time. So like I said, if you want to direct people specifically to a thing, all you got to do is use that extension at the very end and you should be good to go. Hopefully you found benefit. If you have any questions, let me know below. Thanks.